I have no clue.
All
Yeah,
right,
you.
so we are now live to other Patreon viewers, so not live to YouTube though.
Hmm.
Oh,
By the way, I'm just gonna say it. If any of you want to purchase one of Ray's new mugs from his
Oh, the
shop,
Toronto.
I
It's
do
it's the.
not I do not endorse it. The quality is questionable.
I got.
At least the computer's working.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be making some like adding merch to my merch shop for Believe, as well as Coleslaw.
Yeah, so
What's the return policy?
I gotta figure that out because it's not like if it was just so the font is like I don't know if you guys can tell with my kind of crappy camera, but the whole image is totally pixelated. So they just took the image that Ray gave them, did no work to make it any better. But
Ah,
aside from that, like if you look at the label is all scratched. There are bubbles all over it. There's like a scored fingerprint in it. And then if you look at the top of the cup, there's like a giant scratch over here somewhere. So
Right.
like the actual mug, you can tell it's just like a Yeti mug. They get it from like a knockoff shop
Yeah. Correct.
probably, but they did like a really bad job of printing on it, and that's my issue.
see,
Yeah. Yeah. Look at the return
this has
policy.
never been used ever. I'm afraid that if I pour something in it, it might like dribble out the bottom or something.
Yeah, I
So,
don't blame you. Yeah, no,
Zero
listen,
sources. There's gonna be
I'll
zero.
drink
There's gonna be zero coffee.
water out of this, and like I said, I'm pretty like the inside of it is literally just like a standard, like Yeti mug. So there's nothing crazy about it, but like it smells funky. Gotta wash that
He
thing
needs to get a. He
before I
needs to
use
get
it.
a new. He
Holy
needs to get a
shit!
new
you
T-shirt
order
company.
one, they send you one of these, but it's got these foam cups.
Well,
And it's
dude,
got printed on it.
that's what I feel like, and I don't know why. Like, I just like I'm looking at this thing. I take it out of the
7-Eleven.
box. I was so excited to get this thing because,
I think they took out the 7-Eleven truck.
dude, I have like 3 of these tumblers and I use them all day long. So I was like, oh, I was like all excited. I was like, I'll rep the brand. I'm like, they use the fucking like knockoff, no magnet top and bullshit. I'm like, dude, I paid just as much for this as a
If you
standard
do a
Yeti
Yeti,
mug for you
that's
guys to put
terrible.
a crappy
That's
print on it.
terrible.
I got good quality merch, so I
Yeah,
don't have to worry about that shit.
Ray said he's looking at switching, but man,
Yeah, he needs to switch. If
He's
that's
been
that
saying
bad,
that
that
for
needs to
like a
switch.
year now.
I know. I know. I didn't like I got to figure out what
You're the
their
producer,
return
Mike. Mike, you're
policy
the
is.
producer. You're the producer, Mike. You need to.
Or like let me keep it and friggin' refund it cuz like this thing is rough. And what they'll do is they'll blame the shipper for like the little
Oh, of
scratches and
course,
stuff.
of
But
course. But you
but
you need
like
to read that.
it was packed. It was packed like a regular Yeti mug. So like it wasn't anything to do with shipping.
It's not packed like a Yeti mug.
Actually, it's packed. You're right. I've gotten multiple of them. It's probably
Yeti
packed.
mugs are packed
Yeah.
like a they're going in a war.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how happy I am with that thing for like the 40 some odd dollars I paid for it. Probably.
That's a lot.
$40?
Yetis are $70.
Yeah, dude. It was.
Hold
Hold on.
on,
Let me.
hold on. I want to look and see how much my fucking shit is.
Lawrence is like, go buy a cold slaw. Fucking.
Seriously, dude, I need to go check this shit out. Where's my merch? Hold on.
And again, just to be clear, I'm not shitting on Ray. Like this is totally like.
Right.
Maybe
the
the
company.
Ramblers. My thermos with the straw on it was close to 70. Was like 60 something dollars.
Yeah, I know they're not cheap. Like that's why I was
I
fully
gotta-
Maybe
aware.
the coffee ones with the plastic one thing on top, with that plastic one thing on top, that might be like 40 something dollars, close to 50 now.
I'm trying to find where like.
I think when they first came out they were 40.
See here. I've got an enamel mug. I got a tumbler.
Yeah. So how much is your tumbler, Lawrence?
$19.
All right. Let me see. Maybe I didn't pay that much for this.
Now I don't think it's as big as yours. Hold on.
Is it like
No,
one of the?
mine's only a 10 ounce.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's nowhere near. Yeah.
Now I don't know if they got bigger ones. Let me look. I haven't actually looked to see if
you got bigger ounce.
Yeah.
containers.
I've got 16-ounce mugs.
Right. So if you need a lot of coffee, you can.
Yeah.
You should tell. You should tell Ray about that 16-ounce coffee.
Yeah. My regular Colts Law mug is 12 ounce, I think. Hold on.
I'm trying to find
Nope, 16 ounce. My regular Colts Law mug is a 16 ouncer.
I can't.
This right here, that's not bad. This right here is 20 ounces.
And my 16-ounce mug is $18. And
Right.
I'm thinking about dropping the price on it. Because I got a lot of stuff on here. I should not be making this much money profit. Like literally, I could buy my own fucking Colts Law mug for $11.50.
Yeah.
So if I make it $15, I'll still make $3.50 off of it, and it's only a $15 mug. So that ain't bad.
What do you do for shipping? Do you use what shipping company do you use?
It's their company. I don't.
Yeah, it's their company. It's third party, and they drop ship it.
Okay.
Let me see, because I can't remember how I go in and change my.
I think I ordered with Google.
Oh, I do have an order set out. Someone bought a mouse pad. Kelvin Beatty bought I didn't know people still bought those.
You need a mouse pad, man.
Hey, I could use a mouse pad myself, but
I got a huge one, man, because you get all your dead skin cells on your table.
That's weird.
Look, hold on, man. This is getting me a little freaked out here because I should be able to go in and look at exactly what merch I have to sell. This is pissing me off. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've been in my own damn merch shop that I don't remember how to look at the merch anymore.
Okay, so no, the tumbler wasn't $40. The tumbler was
maybe if you try actually signing into streamlabs.com or
27.
Oh, I'm signed in.
I think it was still $27. I mean, I guess I'm not as upset now for some reason.
Okay, all right, yeah, $40. I'm like, damn.
$6 for the scratch.
That's the thing.
$7 for the pixelation.
So
yeah,
I am like, okay, so like I don't know if I've ever told you guys this. I'm like a car washing, car detailing, car guy. Like, so scratches to me, anytime I see a scratch, like my OCD goes like out of control. Like I have like 3 little scratches on like my phone screen, and like it's the worst part of my day.
Hey, Jack.
I want to like die inside every time I see a scratch on something. Like, can I polish that out?
Oh, there it is. All I gotta do is hit select new item.
Yeah, you can.
Duh.
How's it going, Jack?
Good. How about you guys?
Not too bad. Can hear you too. That's awesome.
Yeah, because it was really kind of funny because I tried listening to you earlier today about Jelani and Alec, and I with the ambient noise in my house, I couldn't hear you enough where I could, without literally sticking my face in the computer, I couldn't hear you well enough to be able to listen to what you were saying.
Oh wow, I got all kind of new stuff.
Wow.
I have a stainless steel water bottle. I have a 20-ounce tumbler. Copper vacuum insulated bottles, 22 ounce.
Damn.
He got all kinds of shit he
Good
didn't
stuff.
know he had.
Yeah, they added a bunch of new stuff, dude. So how much are these 22 ounce things? Let me see here. I don't see the price. Yeah, 22
Lawrence,
ounce.
is any? I'm just curious because I'll push Ray on it. If it's, do you know anyone who's ordered your tumbler by chance so that like I can compare the quality?
The tumbler, no. Well, I think someone has bought it. I'd have to go way back in the past and look.
Yeah, I was just curious if it was
the quality
somebody.
of my cups are way better than his.
Yeah,
way better than his.
Yeah.
I don't know, like tumblers and the vacuum seal bottle. Like I have no idea. I didn't even know I had vacuum sealed aluminum vacuum sealed bottles. That's a whole new thing to me.
Yeah, that is cool.
22 ounce.
Yeah, those are like the big water bottles, right? I think so.
Metal. It's got a. Hold on. What I can do here? Hold on.
Share screen.
Yeah, share screen. I want to see those.
Maybe I'll buy one to compare the quality.
Share screen. Chrome tab.
There we go.
All right. So let me go back. How do I go back? Let's, I guess, hit the back button. Oops, that's wrong thing. Merch store. Let it load. This, go up here to all of my items, which you can see I got. Ooh, look, see, you could underwear. Home and living. You got the 22 ounce tumbler. You got the black mugs. You got the heart-shaped mugs. The 10 ounce tumblers. There's your brand new copper vacuum sealed insulated bottles.
Oh, that's choice.
Yeah, those are the heavy duty water bottles that people are carrying around now.
Mason jars.
Get hydrated and have a weapon on hand if necessary.
Ceramic mug, enamel. Okay, so the ceramic. Hold on, one of these, and then you got your stainless steel water bottles.
Oh, I like those too. Yeah.
And then your regular white glossy mug. Now, if I remember right, this one right here is color change because I have one.
It changes color?
With temperature of the liquid that's inside, yes.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, that's cool, depending on what you put in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
But yeah, this is just my home living pillows and towels and cups and frames and shit like that. And I mean, you got so much stuff that you can make. You got your schooling stuff, binders and stuff. I mean, shoes.
I am shocked that Ray has not got a pair of shoes with his name on them that he can wear.
I can make all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. I think it's just a matter of time in the day. Yeah.
I'll send Ray some of these.
There you go.
With her in it.
Yeah, even the quality of it. I got one of the hoodies. The hoodie's not a bad quality. So, hold on, let me find it.
No, I'll send Ray one of these.
Yeah.
Toddler. I mean,
they should have baby bibs, and then it could say like Titan's tears.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Hoodie's out in my car. Although
There you go.
the other thing I will say too is, at least with his stuff, so I know somebody that works in the clothing industry that works where I do, and she's like, "You washed that hoodie before you wore it, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Not good enough." She's like, "I can smell the urine on it." I was like, "What do you mean the urine?" She's like, "That vinegar smell." She's like, "They use urine to set the, I guess, like the prints." I was just like, oh, was like, all right, I didn't know
It's
that.
not urine. It's not urine.
Nah.
It's like vinegar.
No, it is. I looked it up. It is. It's either they use either urine or
Ammonia.
formaldehyde,
You sure it's
or a
not just
combination
ammonia?
of both to set the dye. I was like, holy crap! I didn't know it. I looked it up. I was just like, okay,
'Cause I
gotta
mean,
watch this thing a little
That's
better.
when you look at her and say, well, no, we had a rough night. That's why you smell that urine.
Oh,
See, where can I get a job selling my urine? Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
they got
bottle it
There's
up.
they
somebody
got a
online right now selling their poop in a jar and making money off of it.
I was gonna say, go to Twitch. There's some girl selling
Yeah.
I've seen that.
something.
Yeah. I follow a lot of cosplayers. Bathwater. They're selling their bathwater. It's just crazy.
Okay, there you go. Twitch is different, man. When a hot chick is selling her urine, it's different.
Well, it is. It's Twitch selling. She's got little bitty jars like this, like them little like
Yeah, like the
tryout
bios.
cologne bottles that you used to get
Yeah.
at department
Yeah.
stores. Like, but she would have her poop in it and selling
no.
it, and I'm like, what?
No.
Yeah, the world is a.
First off, what's she doing fucking with her poop? That's gross.
She's paying somebody to do that.
Or she's making a video doing it and then posting that. And
Yeah.
She's going out to some homeless
conceited
people
you
and
have
saying,
to
fill
be?
this for me.
All right, back to football, kids.
How conceited do you
Yeah,
have
we got
to be
off
to-
topic.
You're so conceited you get up and look down in the toilet and go, I'm going to sell that. I just don't understand.
I mean, I understand it if it maybe looked like Jesus, but you know.
I don't know who's more sick, her selling it or the people buying it.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh no, the people buying it.
People buying it is definitely, yeah.
Look, they
I mean-
they sell this lady sells an awful lot of Louisiana turd birds. And they're made from cow shit, and they kind of look like a bird, and they've got shellac over them, and they go to the little travel centers and all these kind of souvenir places, and sells a shitload of them. Absolutely, yeah.
Funny.
And that's what it is. It's a freaking cow. It's a cow patty.
Yeah.
They've got some
Ooh,
over in
maybe I
Texas
could-
too that sell that shit.
I could shape some cow patties into Titans logos and sell.
You probably could.
That cow
Somebody-
patty might do better than their team will this year.
Jeez.
Somebody somewhere will buy it.
Wow.
You know, I was looking at the AFC West, and I think the Raiders are the clear favorite to win it. But on weaknesses, I didn't see anything that they did to address their O-line. And I wanted to get your guys' opinion on how do you think the run D is going to do? Because they got Indianapolis and they got Tennessee, both heavy run teams coming at them. Do you think that they'll fare well against both teams?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Depends, I guess. I mean, really. First off, you said run D, and then you said O line. So I was trying to figure out.
Okay. The only weaknesses that I saw with the Raiders was the O line and possibly the run D.
Okay, and
Sorry.
maybe the run D. Okay. Let me look at their roster again.
I think their pass rush is going to be a big strength, but
Yeah.
not
their pass
not.
rush is gonna be stupid.
But see, because aren't they switching from a defensive schemes and stuff? So, I mean, that may even affect their pass rush to some extent.
Yeah.
Because aren't they going to the 4-3 or
Well, they've got Billings there. He's pretty solid, and he's only 27. No, I don't want to subscribe to the Raiders.
I hate that.
And still
hate
got
that.
Jonathan Hankins, which is still, he's 30, but he's still pretty good, pretty decent. So that's billing. It just depends upon if that interior D line can stay healthy. I think. They picked up Jayon Brown from the Titans. I always loved him as a linebacker.
Yeah. Oh, the linebacker.
Yeah. Jayon Brown's a heck of a linebacker. He had issues with injuries, but they got Denzel Perryman. So yeah, if they can stay healthy, I think their defense is good. I mean, it's not going to be a top 10 run D, but I mean, with the offense that they freaking have, they're going to jump out to double-digit leads in most games, and that's going to cut back how many runs that they're going to have to worry about defending against.
No.
So, how do you guys think that the Titans and Colts are going to do against them? Do you think they'll take L's from both teams?
Dude, did you have a haircut, bro?
Yes.
I thought you were a new person. I was like, who the hell is that?
I said the same thing. But
I want to go back to your first statement about how you think the Raiders are just going to walk away with the West. You don't think that the Chargers are going to have anything to say about that?
They're going to split. That's what I think.
I think the Broncos are going to have more to say about it than the Chargers will.
I got them last.
I don't know about the Broncos.
I got the Chiefs last, and I got the Broncos third because I think the Broncos will jump out to a big lead early on. I think they'll start out, top of their division, like 4-1 or some shit like that. And then Russell Wilson will do Russell Wilson things in the second half of the season, because that's what he's known for. Second half of the season, Russell Wilson, he's on trajectory for MVP, and then,
Yeah, I can't say I disagree.
I think he's in a little better offensive. I think he's in a little better offensive situation here now than he has been the last few years in Seattle.
Seattle's offense has never been the big issue, though. Like, that's the problem, and I'll give you, he's got a good defense, so maybe that'll help carry him a little more. But it's mainly been kind of Russ that craps out at the mid to end of the season. I'm not gonna lie, I just don't know. You can't talk about a guy, 5, 6, 7, however many years it's been.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his height. 5, 6, 5, 7.
5'3". No. Oh, he's a lot smaller in person without his shoes on. No, it's just every year, like Lauren said, it's first 5, 6, 7 weeks. Oh, Russ is on an MVP trajectory, and every year just.
Even when
does he make the playoffs?
Even if they're losing, he's still having a hell of a statistical career.
I doubt it.
Then his completions go down, his interceptions go down, his sacks go up, and he tries too much. I think is Russ's biggest problem. And you might be right, Jack. Being with the Broncos might make take a little bit of pressure off of his back, and he won't have to try as much the second half of the season. But you also got to remember he's on a new team, and this first year is going to be an issue. First year quarterback or any quarterback outside of like Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, generally, when they go to a new team, you still got to get those connections with those new guys. You got to figure out how your offensive line blocks. You got to figure out your timing with your new receivers and the playbook of your offensive coordinator and all that. So generally, that's kind of a pushback on a first year with a quarterback with a new team.
Well, if we push back on Russell, and for that reason,
I get what you're saying.
Where's the pushback on Matt Ryan?
I get what you're saying, but I think
everybody's saying, we're going to have a 12-win season, but you're going to have a 12-win season. But with what you're saying, it's like, to me, it's like, how do I have a 12-win season if my quarterback,
well,
isn't carrying the load?
Because you're playing in the AFC South?
Yeah. And
still the same team.
I'm not going to disagree. There is going to be a learning curve for Matt Ryan to get used to his team. I mean, every year it's that way. Look, Carson Wentz went 0-3 starting the season out. Rivers went 1-5, and I mean that happens. I would not be surprised if the Colts start out like 2-2, or something like that. But
God, not with 4 people we're playing. I hope not.
We're not in the West.
Well, here, let me say this:
we'll be in the West on in the third week. We'll be in Denver in the third week.
The difference between the Colts and the Broncos.
We're going down this road. Okay.
What, Brandon?
The Colts don't have a new head coach. The Broncos do. So it's not just Russell learning a whole new scheme. It's the whole offense.
A new head coach, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, new everything.
Do they make the playoffs?
What's
Russell
Wilson's best weapon? Is it Jerry Jeudy?
Sutton.
Nah, not sold on. Like my point being is I'm not sold on either of those guys.
I still think Sutton is better though.
Yeah, I'm saying I agree. Like Sutton's better, but they act like he's getting injected into this super high power offense, and it's like Tom Brady in Tampa, and it's like I don't think that's anywhere near the comparison that you can make. In fact, I think a comparison is more along the lines of, Matt Ryan going to the Colts. You have some really nice pieces, but there's a lot of question marks, especially, injecting a new quarterback. I'm just going to say undoubtedly, I think you guys have a better run game, obviously, with Jonathan Taylor.
Matt got pissed off. We weren't talking about the Patriots enough.
I think he was doing something.
Okay, Russell Wilson is the fourth best quarterback in his division?
I think it's a toss-up. You could argue that
Derek Carr's the worst.
It's not. I wouldn't even say it's the quarter.
I'm not sure he is though. That's the thing.
Who, Carr?
All those
I like
teams
Carr.
could be, yeah.
I do too, but he turns the ball over too much.
Well, you could argue Josh McDaniels might see that and try to put him in better positions to not turn over the football.
I don't trust Josh McDaniels to do anything.
Well, you could also.
I'm
say
not
that
gonna.
Russell
I
Wilson
of all
gets
people
sacked
am
too
not
much.
gonna defend that statement.
He's still got to figure out how to use his tight ends.
What tight end?
Waller.
Well, he better figure out to use Waller, or he's gonna.
Waller's a
they're gonna put his
receiver
head
now,
on-
didn't you know?
The Broncos are. I'll say it right now. It might be a really tight division from top to bottom, but the Broncos are going to be fourth in.
I like the Raiders winning it. I've said that for a while now. I think Kansas City will end up being the last in the division. I think that's going to say a lot. And a lot of people push me back on that. I think they are.
You have Kansas City fourth?
Yep. Still with a winning record.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
See, I like the Chargers to win it, to be honest with you. For my things, I mean, I like, Khalil Mack. I think he's going to sort of be reinvigorated, being alongside Bosa. I mean, I think Justin Herbert is still on an upward trajectory where you sit there and you talk about, Russell Wilson. I don't feel like there's a whole lot of upward tick. I don't know that there's a whole lot more that you're going to get from Derek Carr that we haven't already seen. I feel like, and then that receiving core, and like you guys were talking, you look at the Broncos, tons of change. You look at, the Raiders, tons of change. The Chargers are arguably one of the most stable teams, out of the four.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't push back on that too much. I think if you're going with at least continuity, right? The Chargers are the team right now with the most continuity. They're just adding better players, so
Yeah.
I would say the Chiefs had a great draft, but I don't know how much I trust them to add, two young receivers to that receiving core, no matter how good they are on paper. And those two kids could be electric, absolutely electric, but we'll see. Because they added what? Sky Moore, and who was the other kid? Shoot. They got him like
They had like 10 draft picks. I mean,
No. I'm thinking of the big name receiver that they picked up as a UDFA that was supposed to go pretty high.
Oh, Ross.
Yeah.
Justin Ross.
Yeah. So, how do they go about adding those two kids? They added a good amount of pieces in the draft on the defensive side of the football, but again, can you get rookies playing at that high a clip? That's a tall task. So I agree with Lawrence. That's a recipe for being not that good.
I'm still not ready to dethrone them because to be the top dog, you got to beat the top dog, and so far, no one's beat them yet from it. So,
Well, I mean, Indy hasn't won their division in how many years?
Yep.
exactly, you got to go earn it.
2014.
I just agree with
Yeah.
Chuck. Like the Chargers are so good on paper right now, like on both sides of the football, and they weren't that far away from it last year. And the thing that's really got to change on that team is Staley. Like, I think he's just making some bad decisions that are hurting that team at game time.
Yeah, he's got to know when to use his punter.
Yeah.
Or just, tell Justin Herbert it's 4th down every
Every
friggin'
play. It's 4th and 10. We're good.
That was a fucking stupid ass game.
See, here's my question. Okay, everybody's like, the AFC West is going to get 4 teams in. The AFC West is going to get 3 teams in. I feel like, I think they're going to get 2, and that third one is real questionable because if the Patriots step up, you got the Bills, you got the Dolphins who have made a lot of changes. If they can, so now you're getting 2 out of the East, all right. And then you sit there and you look at the North. Okay, you got the Ravens, the Bengals. I mean, who knows what happens with Watson yet? So, the Browns. I feel like there might be like a 2 and a 2 and maybe a 1 and a 3. 2. I really think.
I get what you're saying because in the West, the winning team out of that division could have 12 wins. 12 wins.
They will have 12 wins.
Yeah, it'll be like 12 wins win the division, and then the lowest team will be 9-8 because they beat each other up, and they also, play other good teams in the NFL as well. And there's going to be 10-win teams that's not going to make the playoffs next year. And there's going to be 10-win teams. There's going to be teams that are 10-7 and not make the playoffs. So if you got in the division in the AFC West, if you got division winners 12-5 and then 11-6 and then 10 wins and 9 wins, let's say, the 10-9 might not make it. So I get what you're saying, Rick, Chuck.
Yeah, I like them for two playoff teams out of the West. It's going to be a toss-up for who else is going to come in as a wild card.
Everybody's got Cincinnati winning the North, and maybe Maybe.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying that they're questioning whether Cincinnati even makes it back to the playoffs. You know, I mean, because they're like, oh, that was sort of too early for them to have that much success, and a lot of things had to fall into place, type of stuff. And I mean, I like what Cincinnati's done. I think that the thing that makes it harder for them to repeat what they're doing is some of the moves that the Ravens and some of the moves that the Browns have done this year. I mean, and then you've got Pittsburgh and that nasty defense. It's still intact. So it's like,
See,
I don't know.
two things. Cincinnati is a victim of circumstance, like their ability that they showed last year. They wouldn't have even had the chance to do it had they not been as good as they was. And like the only reason people see them as the big dog is because Pittsburgh got weaker, in my opinion. Also, obviously the Ravens got weaker, and
Yeah, bigger. Yeah.
Deshaun Watson. You don't know what Deshaun Watson's gonna be, and when he's gonna be able to play. He might not play until week 9.
Right, but like I said, now all I can do is comment on what we know. And right now, he's not suspended. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, but even if you go off that, I'd still say Cincinnati's probably the most well-equipped team right now in that division.
I think Cincinnati won their. Cincinnati got in the playoffs because every other team in that division, their quarterback got hurt that year, except for the Steelers, and that was like, old ass Ben Roethlisberger.
He was hurt going in.
Yeah, but Lamar Jackson, got busted up, and the Browns quarterback got busted up the whole season, basically. So that really opened the door for Cincinnati to steal a bunch of wins in their own division.
So, what do you think, Goki? Why do you think the Ravens have gotten worse? When you look at that draft, and I mean, I know that they lost Hollywood Brown, but hell, they weren't even hardly using him anyhow.
Because even though you had an amazing draft, I need to see what that equates to on the field in order for me to say that you are actually a good team. Yes, right. They had an amazing draft. Let's go. Every team should go have their draft, but those are kids. We've never seen them play. Let's give it time.
Right, and I understand that, but I mean, what else do you think that they've lost? Because I mean, I would argue that their quarterback situation has gotten better just by health. I mean, so you've got Lamar Jackson's going to be back in the lineup at 100%. You sit there and you look at Hollywood Brown was a loss, but he was. I would argue that he was a loss, but he wasn't utilized properly at all in that offense.
And that's the point. He wasn't. Lamar Jackson couldn't get him the ball. God bless him. That's the thing. But he's still a number one that you lost.
Okay, so does anyone disagree with me when I say that the Cincinnati defense played well above their talent level last year also?
No, you're absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm. I would argue that their defense did, and their offensive line played above expectations by a far cry.
And you're both absolutely correct. Because going into the playoffs against the Raiders, all anybody talked about is how Yannick Ngakoue and Max Crosby are going to have a day against that O-line.
Didn't Burrow?
Guess what?
Didn't Burrow?
Won.
I'm sorry, but didn't Burrow take the most sacks?
Yeah.
So I don't think that O-line got better at all.
They did have a day against them in that game. The only issue is Burrow was able to make a play to Chase like every 4 plays, like just closed his eyes and says, "Catch it, please," and then Chase would catch it and then go.
They won the game. They won. Did they win or lose, Lawrence? They won the game, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to make something clear. I didn't say Cincinnati's O-line was good. I just said they played above expectations because, honestly, I thought Joe Burrow was going to be running for his life and was going to have to look to 2023 before he started looking at his future career.
They did the offensive game plan was very good. They ran the ball well, and they had a lot of quick release pass plays called up. In that game.
And Burrow proved to be ridiculously elusive whenever he was under pressure. I mean, he was really good at. He had that Deshaun Watson-esque, at the Texans type quality to him. He'd get out and then rip your heart out by dropping a dime for 30-some yards.
Yep. But yeah, it'll be interesting. That's why I can't wait to see. I want to see preseason just to see. I know a lot of people don't put a lot of stock in. I don't put stock in the final scores of preseason games, but I like to see individual play. That's what I like seeing. So,
I like to see usually the second game. That's usually when the vets play a little extra, play a half or something like that. Just kind of see where your starters or you think your starters are going to be as a unit at some point, because the rest of the time it's either they go in for a series, then they're gone, or you don't see them at all because you're trying to figure out how many all these people you got to cut down the next day usually or day after.
Yeah, everybody always looks like loving waiting to watch the dress rehearsal games.
I was talking to Jim Everett on Twitter. And he told me that preseason's a waste. He says that the coaches only need one preseason game and 2 scrimmages. He said that's it. That's all they need.
Money.
Yeah.
Money. Yeah.
So what are we going to get from the West? I mean, we're all talking about the AFC, but what are we going to get from the NFC?
NFC West?
No, I said West. I meant NFC, as in basketball mode. Sorry.
Eagles. I like the Eagles.
Yeah, I like the Eagles too.
In that division.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they're a playoff team.
North.
Oh, they're definitely a playoff team, Bob. Absolutely.
And Minnesota. Minnesota's another one I like.
So in the division or
really?
In the division, and they're a playoff team. For sure.
I have Minnesota winning their division. The AFC North is going to change hands this year.
Brandon is letting his hate blind him to the Vikings' potential.
The Bears win the North.
No, the Vikings. Bears are only going to roll.
You funny guy.
Yeah, Bears are going to win the first overall draft pick next year.
Not the Jags have anything to say.
The Jags is the Jags is the Jags with 2 G's. Joe's not here. I got to represent them.
I represented Joe on that very first video this week.
Yes, you did.
Did you finally get to watch that, Chuck?
Yes, I did.
So you did see where
rub some dirt on it.
Word, and I had to put it. I was like, it's
seen
there.
it.
I gotta put it in.
I did hear that now that you mention it. Yeah, I was like,
he was talking. Chuck was talking about. I broke my femur, coach, but I can put me back in. I can still play, and I rub some dirt on it. Yeah.
So do we think the Saints make the playoffs this year?
Oh, I do. I love them
Yeah.
to make the playoffs.
very probable.
I like them to win the division, actually.
Who's the quarterback?
Winston.
Watch Jameis end up being comeback player of the year.
Bro, Jameis,
I'm scared of him without Sean Payton there.
ever since Jameis got LASIK, man, we can all eat shit, me included, but we can all eat shit, but the guy's been a good quarterback.
As long as he's not in a West Coast offense, I think Jameis will do good. As long as he's not in a throw it downfield offense, I think he's fine.
Yeah.
Well, there's another one that's got a new coaching staff and all that kind of stuff down there too. So.
Mhm.
Hey,
That's-
does Kamara manage to stay his ass out of jail?
Yeah, I've read some articles, and it looks like, from what I read, it was his friend that did like most of it. Kamara was still included in it, but the guy was mainly just, the whole court case basically just he said, she said, basically the whole time. So
Well, that sounds a lot like the Deshaun Watson case.
yeah, I think he had a part in it. But
No, she said, and she said, and she said, and she said.
Is there somebody we're overlooking in the NFC?
I'd have to pull it up.
The NFC
Damn.
East.
No,
just
overall.
NFC.
Overall.
Eagles. I'm trying to think of who like the dark.
Seattle's going to get the number 1 overall pick.
No, I think it's
yeah,
Bears.
that's a good.
Seattle's
bet,
actually got a receiving core. I mean, the Bears got Darnell Mooney. And who else?
Well,
Yeah,
the
but who-
Broncos had a pretty darn good, supposedly, receiving core, but now Seattle's got the same damn quarterback that the Broncos had.
Listen, Drew
And
Lock's
They're
going
quote
all the way
unquote
this year.
happy with him.
And I'm not saying that they're going to make the playoffs, but I think that the Lions are going to have a sizable jump this year too.
I agree wholeheartedly, dude.
I hope so.
I think the
I re-
Cardinals are going to miss the
I hope
playoffs.
so.
That's going to be my hot take for the night.
What is?
The Cardinals just collapse.
Kyler Murray gets benched.
I mean, that may be possible too.
I mean, you think about it. Things are really not setting up well for Kyler because he always collapsed the second half of the season. But the first half of the season, he doesn't have his D-hop and his,
Oh no,
toy out there.
they got him Hollywood Brown. That's going to change everything.
There you go.
They had a great connection in college.
Watch Carson Wentz and the fucking Commanders win the fucking East.
Hey,
That's-
do it. Give
Bro.
us that second round pick. I'll take it all day.
Carson actually has receivers. We can dog Carson all day, but we gave him zero help in terms of receivers. Michael Pittman and what? Doolin?
The only issue that I could push back on that is he overthrew or underthrew his receivers like crazy last
Or
year.
threw behind him.
That's what I'm saying,
Threw a
like
lot of-
underthrew behind. Yeah,
He threw a lot of them behind him.
he
So-
need to lead them too far or lead them way too low,
Yeah.
behind. And Michael Pittman, I don't know how many times Michael Pittman saved pick sixes. Hell, he had one that turned into a touchdown in the Niners game. Remember that? Where he mossed dude? That should have been
Yeah,
a pick six.
I mean, that
Yeah.
Niners game was all Pittman. I mean, he just showed out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And
Not to mention where the guy was holding him, and he still managed to catch it.
yeah, but like the Patriots game, how many throws that out of the 12 throws that he threw, I think 5 of them should have been intercepted.
Matter of Patriots, and he came back right away.
Oh, no worries. My mom's having a problem with her phone, and I'm like the IT guy, and it won't get out of like text message and whatnot. So I was showing her different ways to use it because it won't literally. She can't get into other things. It's like frozen on this app. And I said, well, I figured out a way she can do text messages, but she can't use the phone because it won't get in a voicemail or whatnot. And I said, we got to burn the phone out because it won't shut down. It won't do nothing. So I basically said we gotta burn the phone out, so it will shut down. So I was helping her out for a few minutes because she needs it for her business and stuff. I said, even if you talk to Apple, they're going to say the same thing. They're not going to they're going to tell you a few things you can do, but I can do as much as they can, unless you go to the Apple store. But they're going to want you to make an appointment. So let's burn the phone out first. It's basically she has a watch, so she can make phone calls on her watch or receive phone calls on her watch. So let's do it that way.
Is Scott Milanovic still on staff, Lawrence?
Yeah, but he's shitty.
God, I wish he wasn't. But yeah, I think Scott's still the quarterback coach.
You mean the quarterback? Yeah, well, I'm gonna
Quarterback
keep
coach,
Lloyd.
Scott Milanovic was the quarterback coach last year.
He is, but I
Yeah.
just
He was going to put his flair on the title. Let's put it
I
that way.
just don't like the dude. That's all.
Who else do the Commanders have besides Terry McLaurin? I'm just not that familiar with them because
The fucking
He's still the quarterback
Thomas.
Look, as long as the Commanders beat the
Right.
Cowboys twice a year, I don't
Right,
care.
Logan Thomas.
Don't they? Oh my God, what's that guy's name?
Gibson at running back, who can also catch the ball.
I am just not familiar. Like they're the one roster in the league that I know. Like
J.D. McIsaac.
okay, I knew three
McKissick.
people.
J.D.
Yeah, yeah.
McKissick is good.
Yeah, I knew three people on the roster. I take that back.
Is the guy's name Braxios? Is that wide receiver, small white guy?
No, you're thinking of the Jets.
Barrios.
That's right.
Barrios.
Barrios. Yeah, he's on the Jets.
Damn, sorry.
Braxton Berrios.
My point being is if Carson Wentz brings that team out of complete obscurity to win the East and compete with the Cowboys, I'll just love listening to the narratives on Monday morning when Skip Bayless has to eat a bunch of shit because his Cowboys are the greatest team in the world.
You know they're going to spin it around. You know they're going to spin.
Oh yeah, the defense.
They're going to
did
say,
it all.
why did the Colts let that quarterback go?
Oh no, they'll immediately say they shouldn't have let Amari Cooper go or Dak Prescott isn't the guy. That'll be the excuse.
Bro,
they'll blame it on coaching, I think.
Jim Irsay made a decision
They
and
shouldn't
he
have let that
stuck to
quarterback
his
go.
guns. I have nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. Did you guys get to see the interview that I posted with?
Yes, I
with
did.
Colin Coward?
Yep.
That was the most uncomfortable half an hour I've ever seen in my life.
But the thing is Carson Wentz sounded exactly like he did on that interview as he did all the Colts interviews. It's just like, ho hum, and
I
it's
don't
just
listen
like
to the shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but at
You
some
obviously don't listen to anything because, I mean, while everybody was saying that, we're going to release him from our roster, if he's not traded, he's out there throwing the football with all the wide receivers, having
At some point, doesn't your manhood take over and you almost want to release yourself?
Not if you believe in yourself. If you're comfortable in yourself, then no, you don't do that.
Okay. Well, he has way more self-confidence than I think he should.
Well, I'm going to say he's a better NFL quarterback than I would be.
Well, yeah.
Nah, I'd probably lay that on the law, dog.
All the NFL quarterbacks are better than I would be.
Well, maybe not Tannehill.
No, even Tannehill.
I could hand it off to him 40 times a game.
Think you could outthrow Jimmy G?
Brian Hoyer
Maybe it'll be a tie between me and Jimmy G.
Brian Hoyer
included?
Since he's been with Tennessee, he's had having nothing to do with the running back handing the football off. He's had a top 5 quarterback rating every year since he's been with Tennessee.
How many times did they run it last year?
Before probably 1,000.
I was sitting there with a hashtag, put out a tweet a couple days ago talking about the first year of Josh Allen, and then he said, so I look at all the quarterbacks this year, there's like 32.
29 MVPs.
Yeah, 29 MVPs or something. So Ray asked me, he says, so who was it that wasn't the MVP? And he said, it was Mac Jones. And then he said, how did he say? He said Mac Jones, and then he said Jimmy Garoppolo, which was an old Mac Jones. And, it just tied everything into Mac Jones. I was like, he's getting much better on Twitter, I got to admit.
Of course. We'll show you. We'll show you all.
You'll show him when in 2040 when he actually.
But at
on the
least Mac
roster
Jones
again?
will make the Pro Bowl next year.
Yeah.
What's in that cigar there, Matt?
Over who? Over
wanna know?
who?
Yeah, maybe the only way he's going to make the Pro Bowl is if all the other quarterbacks are in the playoffs and Mac's not.
Wasn't he a
In other words,
replacement this year?
He won't be named
Yes.
until they come up with a roster.
Did Doc just say that
Replacement player.
three-quarters of the AFC quarterbacks will be injured next year?
Not me. I didn't say that.
I think it was Matt that was referring to that.
Oh, Matt.
Yeah.
Okay. Matt. Okay.
Listen, all the Mac Jones hate, okay? He's going to do great handing off to those 57 running backs behind him.
Speaking of Mac Jones,
You should hire back
I will
Rex
say-
Burkhead, man.
speaking
He's a
of
good
Mac
running
Jones,
back.
Is he a free
Speaking of-
agent right now?
speaking of Mac Jones, did you guys
Will
catch
be.
the hate between Jimbo Fisher and fucking Nick Saban?
Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Oh, about the NIT or the NIL?
I mean, I sort of agree with Nick Saban. It shouldn't be the reason you go to a place. NILs should only be an addition to your status, but not you don't go money chasing. You don't get to do that shit.
Now,
I agree.
Goki, why are you making it sound like a shocker that you agree with Nick Saban? Come on.
Well, actually, Joe would probably be. I wish Joe was here. Joe would probably agree with that.
What's going on with Joe?
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
know.
I haven't talked to him today.
I think he had a meeting today.
Oh.
I know, yeah, because he was talking about
And
getting
Ray, as usual, is just too good for us.
I mean, Ray sent his
I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna
representative.
go there.
I get sent as the minion.
Big time in us. I get it. It's all
Yeah,
good.
I don't know. Like, hey, listen,
Maybe he's on,
you know what?
maybe he's on Philly tonight. You know, I don't know.
we did that we did that podcast last night. I'm not saying much, but you know, Mario texts him
he
all
could be
day
on
long
Philly
and get
tonight.
responses. From what I hear, I text him once, I get a response 3 days later. No, I'm just
Uh-huh.
kidding. No, I don't know what the hell he's doing.
So do
I
y'all
know.
see that that Believe in Colts will now be on Sirius XM?
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah,
Congratulations.
we just got signed on to Sirius.
that's huge.
Cool.
All the believers just Colts.
All of Believe. Well, no, not all of Believe. The NFL podcasts
Right.
are all going to be now Sirius XM. So that's cool.
Congratulations, Bob.
That's
I
awesome,
know.
man.
He just keeps taking those steps, man.
10 million subscribers.
Dude, I'm lucky to have 4. I don't know how the hell I got you guys on here.
4 subscribers.
I get sent.
You're charmed.
Oh.
It's your well-constructed merch.
That's it. That's the only reason I have any
Well
success
constructed merch. We just like
is
the merch.
because
man.
my merchandise is not made out of foam.
We just come on here for a promo.
Wait, is that what this is?
They just glued together those foam peanuts and then
do not drink from. Wait, what?
Maybe it's
quality
made
of
from
the-
urine also.
Not a liquid receptacle. What? No, he did. In fact, he just texted me. He said he's gonna take it down off the store.
So did he ever get like all the merches combined, or did he?
I don't think so. I think that store is just you order it, you get it. I don't know if he ever got any samples of anything, to be honest with you. But
No, I mean he was talking about putting like Colts Law and hashtag and all those.
well, I think what he was gonna do is he was gonna put links to.
Links to all
Bad
the
stuff.
stores on
So,
his
like,
site.
Yeah, I don't I don't have any hell. I barely have insight to what the show's going to be about the next day. I have no insight about what he's doing with the business.
Ooh, that's a thing. I just didn't realize there might be a legal issue with me going selling Believe merchandise on my store. I might have to get a hold of the big dogs and ask them.
Hell, even I wish I could like show you guys like high quality pictures of this thing. There's even like dirt in the lid thing. Do you guys see that? It's nasty.
The quality of that cup reminds me of the Patriots wide receiver room.
Damn. Hey.
So what you're saying is it's not high quality, but you're paying the price for high quality.
Yep, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's called ripoff.
God damn it.
It's all right. He's one of your 57.
Don't worry,
other
this
running
cup
backs.
is gonna take me to the super. Wait a minute, that makes no damn sense. Listen, stop making fun of my receivers. They're decent.
You were gonna give me N'Keal Harry for half a bag of chips.
Hey, is your receiving room worth $57 million a year?
If
N'Keal
Christian
Harry-
Kirk,
Get rid of
wait.
N'Keal Harry.
So if Christian
And,
Kirk is worth
N'Keal
like
Harry's
$50 million,
single-handedly-
then probably.
I couldn't understand anybody. There was like 6 people talking. What'd you say, Mike?
If Christian Kirk is worth like $50 million, then maybe I'll take Kendrick Bourne and
Tyron Thornton.
Yeah,
You have the
Jacoby
second-
Myers.
Your team spends the second most money on wide receivers of any team in the NFL.
Which
The
makes
only team that spends more than you on wide receivers is the Giants.
I'd like to see that number updated after this year, though. To be fair, because so let's break it down real quick. The Patriots, I think, are paying Jacoby Myers like less than $4 million this year. I think Kendrick Bourne's getting paid $6 million, so let's just call that 10 between odds and evens, and then they pay 15 for Nelson Aguilar. So it's
And he's done after this year.
And then we pay two something for N'Keal. Woo, yay, that first round draft pick. It's like
I don't think he's gonna make the team.
and Devontae Parker, who they got for $6 million. So it's like we're not
Right.
paying a shitload for one individual guy.
Do you think Parker's going to stay healthy?
Aguilar's going to stay around. I think Aguilar is going to stay around this year, but he's going to soak up some of the Devontae Parker. So Devontae Parker's not on the field.
So the only reason I think N'Keal could stay is if he's a carbon copy of Parker. So it's literally one gets hurt, you put the crappier version in.
I'm sorry.
So
You're the third highest. Not
Not the first.
not the second. The Bear. Okay, so this is weird. You got the Giants, Chargers, then Patriots. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and.
So let me get this straight. The Patriots pay 15 to Aguilar,
Yep.
and then everybody else on average makes 4.5.
About 6. Yeah.
And
wow.
you made it
About
57
yeah, I guess
million?
if you averaged it out about 4, because 2 of the guys are making about $2 million.
And then you're at 57 overall.
So you're at wide receiver. No, they're not 57. It's 38.4.
Oh, I thought somebody said 57 million.
I
was
was
like,
joking.
oh, okay. I was like, damn, that number's
They're
massive.
still spending $40 million a year almost. $39 million. Look at this. And then you got the Giants at 41. Where are they at on their offense? Jaguars is right beneath the Patriots.
Where are the Raiders though? That's the weirdest thing to me. Is like you think the Raiders would be higher between Renfro and Adams, and then
Adams, I
Here
don't
we
think
are.
the meat of his contract doesn't kick in until next year.
Here they are.
Okay.
They're at the
That's
bottom
why.
10.
That's why.
17 million for the Raiders this year.
Yeah, but it doesn't kick in until next year.
Yeah. The Colts are the third least that they've spent on the wide receiving room. Because almost every single one of them, all but one, is on a rookie contract.
Yep.
And the one that's not on a rookie contract
There's Ashton too.
Tinder.
Is it Tinder? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not surprised the Ravens have 11 million. They're in the bottom of the league.
Well, they
I
have,
thought
what,
the Dolphins
2
would be
rookies?
way up there.
Yeah, I would think that too after Tyreek, but
I don't even. Where are they?
Right there.
Below
Which
the
is-
Around the
Bengals.
middle.
Which is funny because they
million.
added Cedric Wilson, they added Tyreek, Jalen Waddle's on a rookie contract, and
They
I'm
lost
not
Parker.
Yeah, they lost Parker. I'm not sure who else they have down there either. To be fair, did they end up paying Gesicki? Did they give him a long-term contract?
Yeah.
No,
Yes, they did.
franchise. Oh, they did? I thought it was
Franchise.
franchise.
Oh, I was
Well,
hoping we were going to get him
the
too.
tight ends and see who spends the most on tight ends.
I don't know. No clue.
I know we do.
Click.
must be a typo there. There's why
It's a
would
typo.
no, there's no way anybody has a 3 in that other column. What are you talking about?
Patriots spend 3 times more money on their tight ends than the Colts spend on their wide receivers.
Although it's funny, right? Like, so let's look at the quarterback room. I bet you the Patriots pay, like,
$31 million for how many? 2 tight ends?
No, we got 4 right now.
3, yeah, 4. 3, 4.
There you are. Quarterback, you are 5th.
Well, who's your third?
Yeah, see, we don't pay quarterbacks. They're not worth nothing.
Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry.
I mean, yes, Jonnu Smith and
Hunter Henry.
Hunter
Yeah.
Henry are making the lion's share of that.
That's 2. I just named them.
Right
Yes,
here,
but
it says
still,
the Falcons are
Aussie and
only.
King are on that.
Okay.
roster.
Okay, so it says the Falcons are only spending $5.78 million on quarterbacks this year. That's bullshit because they're paying what, $40 million for Matt Ryan this year. So this isn't taking into consideration fucking dead money from previous contracts.
Yeah, it's only active money. Yeah.
Jesus criminy, that Tannehill is making some books.
Yes,
I know. I
it
can't. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah,
still
no
can't believe
shit.
Yeah,
What?
you're paying a lot of money for it.
$40
Paying a lot of money for
Over
that.
$40 million?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
backloaded his contract to high heaven.
They're number
And that
1 in quarterback, and they're number 2 at running back. And hold on, number 5 at wide receiver. So they don't spend a dime, do they, on defense?
Look
Or
at
offensive
their
line.
edge. Look at their edge. They're probably like number 1.
$7?
It's not bad. It's
Wait.
28 million.
They're not taking in Landry's contract then, because they blitz him a lot, so he's basically like a pass
Edge is
rusher.
their most they spend.
What's their line?
Oh, they spent some good money on O-line.
Yeah, they got
They're down here though, but damn.
Well, they just lost a couple
33
people.
right here it is. They're bottom half of
Yeah.
the league.
They lost Saffold and someone else.
God, the Bears are spending no money this year on offense. Holy crap.
Nope.
Number 1 pick, baby. Let's get it.
$64 million total on offense. That's the least amount in the NFL. But how much they spending on defense? Not a whole lot.
Dolphins only 27 million.
The Colts on offense spend a lot. 100. Damn. Oh no, that's offensive line. 6th overall offensive line. Colts on offense actually is about mid-tier, 102 million.
That makes sense.
And then 111 on defense.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
Good
That
balance.
that tells you that they are a very even team, right?
Yeah.
God,
They
you
spend
think the
equal amounts on offense and defense. Now, if we would have went out and spent $30 million on a Tyreek Hill, I would have probably, like I said, drove my truck through the fucking front office.
Jesus, look at the Cowboys. 137 million offense and only 80 on defense. Jesus.
Well, I mean, the Browns, 62 on defense.
Maybe it'd help if they weren't paying 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Probably. But still only $62 million on defense. Isn't that the least? Yeah. Dead last on defense.
Wow.
Hell.
Is that including the Ward contract?
Yep. Well, you got to figure where's his big chunk money coming from on the Ward contract.
Oh, that's true. Right, because they pushed money back with that. Okay.
Pittsburgh, number 1 defense spender in the NFL.
Yeah, no shit.
Have to be to be able to be competitive.
And no one else is even fucking within $10 million. Jesus. Offensively, the least amount in the end. That is some serious fucking lopsidedness.
Yes, it is.
That's why that defense is so scary.
That steel curtain is made of gold.
Gold
I
plated.
like that.
Well, what's
There's got to be a couple diamonds.
I gotta jump off, gents. I just looked at what time it is. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, Mike.
See you
Thanks for
later.
stopping by, bud.
Later,
Thanks,
man.
guys. Appreciate you.
Later, Mike.
Is somebody sitting in here? No. Okay, I thought somebody was sitting in there waiting on us. So should I go ahead and close this out? Yeah. I was just wanting to show that a little bit because I go and look at that quite a bit. You know, positional spending. The Colts
Would you
are 6th in the NFL on offensive line and ain't even paid Quentin Nelson yet. Well, I mean he's making what, 15 million this year, so
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think it's closer to 13, but yeah.
Would you guys have met Chandler Jones's contract? If that was an option, like he would have came to Indianapolis if we'd met the contract that he got.
What was his contract? You remember it off the top of your head?
No.
I can tell you. If I remember right, it was like 17 million a year or something like that.
Wasn't
I
it a
was thinking
3-year deal?
15. But yeah.
Da, 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 da. 3-year, $51 million. I was right, 17 million a year.
Yeah, I mean, I would. You know, I was really high on
I figured that was about where I thought he would get paid.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's a good deal.
Would you guys have met it?
No.
Would I have met it if I was the Colts?
Yeah.
Yeah, but but at the same time, I like the Yannick signing more.
Yeah, I do too. He's younger.
Younger,
He just
better
wasn't a
value.
free agent, and I didn't expect the Colts to be able to get him. You know, he was the guy that I wanted last year over everybody else, but we didn't get him.
That Chandler domino had to fall for us to even have a chance at getting.
Yep. Well, it's just, I mean, the fucking Watson Falcons thing had to fall first, you know, before we got Matt Ryan.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So for the older guys, do you guys remember the old Atari game, Kaboom?
Kaboom?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where you basically sit there with a bucket and you catch all these bombs and stuff.
No, I
That's
don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
That's sort of
remember.
what I'm
I had
thinking.
a lot of Atari games, but I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I think that's what I imagine Ballard his off season was. Wait for the big boom, and then he pick up all the debris pieces. And I'll take a Matt Ryan, I'll take a Yannick Ngakoue. You know, he's like, I'm just gonna wait for all the big explosive stuff and pick up the fragments.
Well, explain the
that-
Gilmore signing then.
I didn't say the whole offseason. I just said a lot of it.
That was a weird thing. I honestly, $11 million for Gilmore, that's a deal.
Yeah.
That's a deal. And for him to choose the Colts over other teams was kind of surprising.
Especially the Rams.
Yeah. I mean, I figured he'd get around 14. That's what I was estimating his money at. About 14 a year. And for him to do 11 was like, all right, I'll do that. You know,
Well, if you average both years, doesn't it make 14? Because I think next year it's a pretty different size difference, like an extra 4 or 5-ish mil.
hold on. Oops. There we go. I almost forgot how to spell Stefan. My phone. Fuck no, I'm sorry. He's only making 11 this year. It's $10 million a year. 2-year, $20 million. I'll take that all day.
Heck yeah.
Oh no, hell, he took a fucking cheat this year. 2-year, $20 million. So that's $10 million a year. He's only counting less than $8 million against the cap this year for the Colts, and then $12 million next year against the cap. Hell, the more I look at the signing, the better it sounds.
There it gets.
Holy cow! And we got a potential out after this year. Because if he doesn't play worth a shit this year, we can cut him and only cost us $2 million.
Wow. Same thing for Kelly too.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know how Ballard does it, but he's like fucking magic.
Yeah. Yeah. That whole Carson Wentz thing, because they had no plan after him. I remember we were talking, and Lawrence, you specifically said, "Oh, there's a backup. There's something in the works."
There's got to be.
There wasn't. There wasn't. There was nothing.
And for him to basically turn the Carson Wentz trade into a, hey, we're gonna trade a first-round pick for a second-round pick for a 1-year rental. I'm okay with that. The way he ended up doing what he did, hell yeah.
Yeah, but we also have to consider and believe, like, know that we got lucky as heck that Atlanta was looking to do Matt Ryan right.
Yeah.
Just put it
You know,
out.
and here's the thing I don't understand. Everybody looks at Carson Wentz thing and it's like, you know, now it's like the worst thing ever. But I would much rather have a GM that's going to take a shot, take a swing, know, to try to hit a big home run. And if it doesn't pan out, let it go.
Wipe your hands clean and move on.
Yeah. Yep. And I didn't expect the hands to be crystal clean, but you know what I mean? Ballard managed to get he broke out the lava soap and got it all, you know.
Sure.
It was amazing.
I was about to say, he went to one of those restaurants where it was candy when you walk out the door too. He was happy as an going to be getting out these deals.
What's freaking out? We'll see. Okay, so a lot of fans were pissed off that the Colts didn't get any wide receivers on free agency, and I'm sitting there going, well, no damn wide receivers are going to sign with the Colts without knowing who the fuck's throwing the football, you know. Yeah. But every other position, apparently the Colts was a favored destination. Like, for all those other, like, people were wanting to come to the Colts defensively, offensively, O-line, quarterbacks. Hell, we had multiple quarterbacks saying, I want to go to the Colts. You know, straight up saying it, you know. And I'm like, holy crap. And yet all these people are saying, well, no one wants to play for the Colts because Ballard and Reich are trash. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like saying no one wants to play for the Patriots because because Bill Belichick is not a good coach. What's wrong with you? His GMing is sometimes in question. I'll put that down. But as a coach, I mean, shit, dude's going to the Hall of Fame for that.
Yeah.
How well do you think Marlon Mack does with the Texans?
I only care how he does 2 games a year, and I hope he does awful in those 2 games.
I hope he does well because I like Marlon Mack and I like, the person that he is.
So their O-line this year consists of Tunsil,
Britt,
Britt. They got a good young center. What? Damn it. Because that's what matters there. I mean, honestly,
Working
I think.
on it. Hold on.
All right.
Justin Britt at center. Titus Howard.
Green. They picked up Green in the draft.
Kenyon Green. That's their first round pick, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Early first too. That was shocker.
Yeah.
Do you think he plug and plays?
Yes, he's
he's one of the better guards in the NFL. He was one. He might have been the best guard in the draft, unless you ask Bill Belichick.
The Texans scare me because it's a week 1 game. I'm worried about the curse there, and then we play them in week 18.
No.
And so I know what Goki's going to say, but the week 18 game has got me scared because I think the Colts are going to be set up to where they're going to be in the playoffs, and they'll be looking at week 18 to rest starters, for the playoffs, especially if they got the 1 seed locked up. So the Texans scare me. I'm terrified of getting swept by them.
Wow,
I don't have the 1 seed. I think they'll have the 2 seed. I think the Bills will have the 1 seed locked up.
Yep, I agree.
And I think the reason the Texans don't concern me at all is I think our defense is going to be able to stop anything that they try to do offensively. Okay, so even if the offense doesn't start clicking week 1, you know what I'm saying? That defense is still going to keep us in the game. And let's be honest, it doesn't take a whole lot of clicking to just turn around and hand the ball off to JT if you have to.
Didn't Darius Leonard by himself have 4 turnovers against the Texans last year?
Yes.
Something crazy, yeah.
Yes.
That's fucking nuts.
Hey, I'm worried.
I get you.
The Texans aren't exactly trash. No matter what the record was last year, they swept the Titans. Right. So, and the Titans were the number 1 seed.
Yeah, but and then you go and look at them, and we beat them 31-3, and then 31-0.
I'm worried about the curse, and I'm worried about playing on week 18. It wouldn't matter who it was at 18. I would be scared of that game and 1.
Yeah,
I get you.
Yeah, for me, and like I said, with the Texans, Lovie Smith, new coaching staff. We've already talked about that. You're relying on 1, possibly 2 rookies on the offensive side to step up. I mean, I like Britt, I like Tunsil, but outside of those 2, their O-line's suspect. I think that Defoe is going to be able to just destroy it. Defoe and Ngakoue. And like I said, I think our defense might be able to turn the ball over and get enough scores, or at least put us in a position to score. I know Lawrence wanted the Jags and everything week 1, but I am so on board with the Texans just for the fact that we don't have that damn silverback gorilla on our back about not being able to beat them and stuff. What was it, 63-3 last year? You know what I mean? So, like I said, I really feel like that whole week 1 curse is going to be minimized quite a bit just from the confidence of last year. And then, like I said, this defense is going to be just lights out week 1 as long as everybody stays healthy through camp.
I was excited. I was hoping that the Colts would play the Jags because Matt Ryan is undefeated against the Jags. So he's 4-0 against that damn team.
4-0.
It's a good way to look at it.
We got him in week 2.
Yep. Does Davis Mills remind anyone of a Rock'em Sock'em Robot? Like when you hit him and the head goes. Comes up. That neck is.
You know who I
gotta
think of? Go ahead.
I was because we were talking about the Jags. This is a birthday present I got last year.
Oh.
Lawrence.
See, you can keep that because it's got the best name in the world on the back of it.
There you go.
All right, my dog.
And the reason why I got it was because my daughter likes cats.
What? Wait,
It had to
what?
be the wrong cat, right? If it was like the Panthers
Yeah.
or something.
I tried to explain it's a division rival, but thank you.
You can always tell
How's
it.
your daughter?
19 right now.
She's passive aggressive on your ass. Is what she did. She sat there and she's like, "I'm gonna really big dad and just feel bad about this one."
Yeah.
You know.
How many times do you have to send that back 2 or 3 times and still kept getting the same
And
one?
still kept getting the same damn one back. I was ordering a Colts one and kept getting Bengals. So I just said, fuck it. I'm going to end up giving this away. I mean,
Sell it,
fucking
Lawrence.
awesome. It's warm as shit and nice.
Hey, Lawrence, sell it. Put it on
this is
eBay.
$86, man.
Lawrence, put it on eBay.
You gotta pay to sell eBay shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but still, it don't matter. Get your money back.
Yeah, but you gotta
Maybe I
like.
get some Bengals fans to freaking join my channel and subscribe.
It doesn't
I don't
matter. You
know
put on
any.
eBay. You don't need Bengal subscribers, man. You put on eBay, man.
Do a film room on someone and promote a giveaway for it or something like that.
There you go. This is why Joe Burrow sucks. By the way. Oh.
All right, I didn't know you turned into Kurt Warner overnight, but just hating a quarterback for no reason.
Oh shit!
Me and Kurt Warner had a fucking outing on Twitter once.
Doesn't
Really?
surprise me. That guy's more stuck up than whatever. But
Everybody was pointing out Kurt Warner's fucking film room on Carson Wentz. And
Oh, that's right. Oh, I remember that.
And
Remember
I
that,
was
yeah.
like, I haven't watched it because I did my own film room. I did my own study on it. And then Kurt jumps on me and says, well, maybe you'll learn something. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh, what's
yeah,
mine? Maybe you'll learn something.
I
And I
mean,
was like,
Kurt's a known Carson hater, though. So I took that with a grain of salt the whole time.
I'll be back in a couple minutes, Lawrence.
yeah. But no, in the end, I think we ended up being cool with each other. It's just, you know,
oh, yeah.
he mistook what I was saying and I mistook what he was saying. It wasn't, we weren't bashing each other. It was just like, you know, I've seen all the films, you know, and he's like, well, maybe you could see it in a different way by watching mine. And I was like, well, you could probably do the same, you know, by seeing it by mine. He says, I'll tell you what, you watch yours, I'll watch mine, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You watch mine. I'll
trade
watch
off
yours.
watching each other's, and we ended up doing that. And then he DM'd me and he said, you brought up some good points and you saw a couple things that I didn't notice. And I was like, well, you look at things a little bit differently than I do, that I realize as well, because you're looking at what you're expecting to happen before so. And, you know, there's certain things that, you know, you're looking at that I don't know because I've never been an NFL quarterback. And he's like, yeah. So we ended up being okay with each other. It was weird having a DM on Twitter with fucking Kurt Warner, though.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Why was it weird, bro? They're just people too.
They are. Oh, they are.
Fuck
I've
it.
had DM exchanges with Pat McAfee.
I mean, that's.
I don't show it because I don't want to see me groveling saying have me on your show sometime, but because I did say that. But that was back when I tweeted a Pat McAfee thing, and then Robert Mathis fucking quote tweeted and tagged
Your dry
Pat, and then
snitching.
Pat, yeah. And then Pat responded, and I was like, dude, I wasn't making fun of you. And he goes, no, we was just having fun too, you know. So
Dude.
I've got into Jumbo
Is that
Elliott
Hegel?
a few times, but it's been on politics. And it's funny with me, I hate politics. I refuse to have those discussions. But I mean, he's so leftist. It's nauseating sometimes. And, you know, and I like Jumbo Elliott. I mean, he laughs at my memes all the time. So it's like, and I put out some, you know, I talk about Tennessee like they're trash. But man, I mean, it's just, I can't stand those leftists. And he just,
Oh, I know.
he's
You
gotten to
keep
me
the
a couple
politics
times.
and the sports separate. I agree with you.
yeah. And you know, Pat McAfee is not the most famous person that's quote tweeted me.
I believe that.
Why should I know that? Because you talked about it before. Shit.
We're not talking about Robert Pattinson.
Oh no. Robert Mathis does not have Pat McAfee's numbers.
Okay.
Pat McAfee's got like 2.5 million fucking followers on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone that has more than that that's quote tweeted me.
Rich Eisen? I don't know.
Yep. Rich
Ah,
Eisen.
Hey,
there you go.
I got retweeted by Matt Pierce. I was happy about that on the Alec Pierce one. His dad retweeted it. I was
Yeah.
like, that's cool.
Yeah, he's retweeted mine too on him. So I had his brother, him and his brother retweeted the that video I just posted yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his brother retweeted it too. The basketball player.
Yeah, where does he play? You mentioned that he plays. I tried to look him up. Where does he play in Europe?
Oh, see, now I don't know that. I didn't go that far. I was digging into Alec. I know his younger brother goes to Princeton on a basketball ride.
Okay.
The women are in love with Alec. I mean, it's like crazy. All these women that are putting hearts upon his pictures. It's like, yeah.
Now, the most famous person I know personally that I used to play basketball with, like at the like the park, we would go out and, you know, play basketball when he was still in high school. And I'm still like really, I'm pretty good friends with a lot of his cousins and close family. So he's a basketball player, used to play. Zebo.
Really?
Uh-huh. So Zach Randolph, if those of you who don't know what Zebo means. But yeah.
Well, we do.
I thought you said Debo.
Not Debo.
That's
Zebo.
Yeah.
Zach Randolph.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah. He literally lived 4 blocks from me. So he don't now, but he used to when he was growing up. I tried to ask him if he wanted to do an interview, and he snubbed me so many fucking times. But then again, he snubs everybody on interviews because he don't want to be portrayed in a bad light, and he don't trust interviewers. You know what I mean? So I get that. He's had some questionable run-ins with the law and stuff like that in the past, and his family had issues with the law and stuff. So I get why, you know, he don't trust anyone to interview him.
He fought the law and the law won, huh?
Not this time. Because I'm the law.
There you go.
he whooped my ass. He a big boy.
Meanwhile,
Yes, he is.
Meanwhile, I played against Boston, and Boston's up 25 in basketball. Yay!
Hey,
Well,
Lawrence,
very-
have you ever interviewed somebody that intimidated you to where you're like thinking, fuck, you know, if I say anything else to this guy, is he going to get up and smack me?
Oh,
Yeah, has that ever happened?
now I've been intimidated just because of being like
Which
the
sport?
person I was interviewing. Like when I
Red
interviewed
Sox are beating
Ari Salvatore, that was intimidating as
ball
shit
game.
because he was my favorite author of all time.
It's 25, dude.
But like physically intimidating interview, no. Like generally, the bigger they are, the nicer they are. I've always noticed that. Like the bigger guys generally are really, really nice when you talk to them. I've never had anyone come away from an interview saying I'm never going to do this again. I've always been like, hey, they've always told me, hey, this was great. Anytime you want to do this again, let me know. That kind of stuff. So I try not to be. I try not to leave a bad taste in a person's mouth, because I don't want bridges burnt.
I've heard Warren Sapp is a difficult person to interview. And so I'm wondering, has anybody like an insider told you, hey, kind of still clear this guy because he's a difficult person to talk to and might try to intimidate you? Has that ever happened?
Yes. I've been warned away from two people. I'm not going to say their names. Okay. But I have been warned away from two people. Just because that that exact reason that you just said.
Somebody I would imagine that would be difficult to interview, but would be just a blast to sit there and have a beer with or something, would be like a Quentin Nelson. Somebody who absolutely despises doing that type of shit anyhow, you know what I mean? And then he always seems to find the shortest answer to every question, and
yes.
stuff. So
no.
I saw an interview with Nelson. It was actually pretty good, honestly. It was more like a laid back type of thing. I think he's more like that to national media.
Yeah, he's like when he's on Busting with the Boys, he's really
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, you get on with those guys. Those are, they're friends and they've got that history and stuff. Yeah, I love watching them there. That's why I said I'd rather like to just sit there and have a beer with them, ask them some questions, and watch a sporting event or something.
The one person I think that would intimidate me the most would be Robert Mathis. Just because he can flip from being laid back and cool to being very, very serious really quick.
I thought you were going to say O.J. Simpson or something.
No. No. Fuck no. No. Robert Mathis that would be an intimidating interview just because I'd be watching my P's and Q's so much. Ton of respect for the man. And I'd love to interview him, but it would be a very intimidating interview for me if it ever happened, which I think is going to, but I'm not going to say why or when. Let's just say Gerard Powers has a lot of connections the way DeQuell did, but Gerard is more open about trying to go out and get guys. Like I've already got a list of people that's going to join during next season.
Oh, cool.
See, what I want to ask you is there somebody that you would not want to interview? Like for me, it would be Colin Kaepernick. I wouldn't even want to be in the same room as him. But
no, I wouldn't want to interview him either.
What about you, Loyalist?
Me? Nah, there's not really. I mean, I know this sounds hypocritical, but athletes just don't. They don't intimidate me. They don't, And as far as their personal beliefs or whatever, it's like I'm fine with anybody having their opinions, but they want to sit there and try to convert me or, then no, then it's like I wouldn't be interested in that type of conversation. But to sit there and
go ahead.
But to sit there and say that anybody, I would have a problem with. Now, if you're sitting there like, if you're an athlete that's got some sort of crime against kids or something, that would be something I'd worry about because then I would come off as, I'd be like attacking nature, more of a combative nature. But if I have more trouble sitting in front of a camera by myself than I would just talking and answering questions like those records and stuff I do. I mean, one of them takes me all day because I'll have like 75,000 takes before I'm like, all right, Lawrence, it's all there. You go. You fix it, please.
Good Lord. I didn't realize that you did that much work into them. when I do a recording, I sit down. I got 1, maybe 2 takes.
Yeah, no,
I think
like
the most I've ever had on a recording in the last 3 years is like 4 takes.
now, like
And that
I
was
said,
because some dumb shit happened, like, police car with their sirens going off there, or some shit like that. And I'm like, thanks, asshole.
well, and I'm also there again. I've also up until we talked just yesterday, I've been trying to make sure that you don't have to edit them and do a whole lot of stuff, so that it's like I'll sit there and like one time I meant to say pump and said hump, so I was like, yeah, trash that one, go to the next one, and then I caught myself and Alec Pierce. I'm like, just keep going with this damn thing, because I said humps.
Yeah, it's okay. I watch and listen carefully as you talk, and I try to bring up things that are related to what you're saying when I, drop pictures or video or something like that. So I thought they turned out. The only thing is I don't.
Whatever you say, I'm going to start crying just to fuck with you. So I'll just let you know that.
No, it's not. It's not you. Well, I mean,
oh, great.
you look really,
you, it's
you
me.
act
That's all I've
really
heard.
nervous. All right, still,
Yeah.
you still have a very nervous kind of thing going on, but we need to get you a better mic. I will say that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I got this one's held on by rubber bands now. I know I'm having a little bit of problems.
Granted, I'm gonna probably get myself a better mic when I have money. Once I get my bills caught up, I'm still waiting to catch my bills up. Hopefully Kim's carpal tunnel doesn't prevent her from getting these glass pieces out soon. She started on the one for Matt Taylor Saturday, and she's almost got all the pieces cut, but she's still got to grind and put them all together, and that's about a week's worth of work on that too before it's finished. So it takes like a week to cut it because it's so big. There's so many pieces, and the piece itself is so large, So, but she's trying. Oh. What are we doing, guys?
So what do you guys think about the Eagles picking up Bradbury?
I think it's a very nice, sneaky signing.
Yeah, I liked it too. I'll tell you right now, I'm I felt bad for Sirianni last year with all the shit that he got with his first interview and how they were cracking on him, because we knew, being Colts fans and listening to him, we knew he had that quirkiness to him or whatever, you know what I mean? And I think it was cool that he kept it, when he went to the head coaching position. But he did get eaten up a little bit by the Eagles fan base. But now, like they always say, winning makes all better.
Yeah, like John Kincaid, who is he's media over there in Philly, covers the Eagles. Him and I follow each other now because of that whole situation, and because he told me, I don't know about your Nick Sirianni, because he doesn't handle media. He's gonna get eaten alive by the Philly media, and I'm like, you'll be all right. Once give him till week 4, and then I think he'll start turning that franchise around for you, and you'll start liking him, because how he addresses the media should not be a big thing, how he talks and stuff. It should be his production, on the field. And he said, all right. And then he's been a supporter of Nick Sirianni ever since. So
wasn't week 4 the Monday night game against Dallas where he wore the t-shirt, beat Dallas?
Yeah,
maybe.
No wonder he's a fan.
Jack's all about that.
0-17, it worked for me.
There you go.
Every year.
And you're gonna have issues because the Giants still. I don't see the Giants doing much this year.
I mean, I don't think they're great, but I do think that they're starting to turn a corner also. I mean, I wasn't totally revolted by a lot of their draft choices, and then they had a ton of them. But,
They still have Danny. They still have certain coaches in places that shouldn't be. They have a lot of problems that, man, they had really watching their games last year. You just look at it and go, this is a deep, this isn't a personnel problem. This is an organizational problem. That's what I was seeing watching their games. And that's the, until they fix that, I don't see them doing much.
So you must have them as last in the East.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think everybody is.
I was gonna say I do too, and I even like what they did on some of their picks, but I still think they're.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be last in the NFC though. I think Seattle's going to be in the race for that. I
think the Bears will surprise some people.
I
don't think that they're going to be winning their division, but I think they'll surprise people. I really do. I really do.
I gotta admit, I don't like Matt. I hate Eberdouche. I can't even say his name correctly. To me, it's douche. Eberdouche. Can't stand that guy.
He's had a top 10 defense for the Colts every year he was with the Indianapolis Colts.
And he's really good.
All he did was set back in a soft zone shell. I hated that. I hate that defense.
Last year he played more man than he played zone.
Only when Coach Reich stepped in, and then towards the end of the year he regressed back to playing soft zone.
I think Eberflus's biggest strength is taking a team, and even if he has to switch schemes or whatever, but just starting and building a defense and getting the foundation and stuff. I think he's really good at that. I'm not sure that he has that, like you said, that killer instinct to take them past that. You know what I mean? He can get them into where they're a good defense, but then is he going to be able to make them a great defense? And I don't. I mean, we didn't see it in Dallas. We didn't see it here at Indianapolis, and now he's basically doing the same thing in Chicago. So it's.
I see Chicago being like a 7, 8, 9 win team next year. I don't see them. I don't see them winning their division. I don't see them making the playoffs. But I see them being a team that you can't count out week in and week out.
What is it?
They still have holes, though. They still need pieces on their offense. I think their defense is fucking solid. Even losing,
their offensive line is terrible, man.
Yeah, that offensive. That's what I said. They need pieces. They definitely
need a lot of pieces.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Who'd they get as the offensive coordinator?
I had no idea.
Didn't he take somebody from the Colts?
No, that was defensive staff, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was all defensive.
Hold on, I'm looking. Luke Getsy.
Who's he? Where'd he come from?
I'm looking. Oh, Green Bay.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, like that means anything.
He was the quarterback's coach for the Packers.
Yeah.
So,
He had a
Good
hard job.
so basically, he was Aaron Rodgers' water boy.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
during his stint, Rodgers won MVP during his stint there.
Yes, he did.
Before he got there, Rodgers wasn't getting MVPs.
His toughest job was trying to keep the peace between him and Jordan Love.
Right. So we'll see.
Well, they got the AFC East next year, and I'm trying to figure out which other division they're playing.
Yeah, who's the NFC East? Who do they play?
Now you got the puck first.
I think the Colts do to the NFC East what we did to the AFC East last year.
See,
Sweep them.
but see, that's where I think that the Giants have more of an advantage than the Bears is because, they play the South, they play us, but then they play the Jags and they play the Texans, whereas like
I think the Texans beat the shit out of the Giants.
So do I.
I really do.
Jags might too.
The thing, the Texans play hard. The Colts just know the Colts are built to beat the Texans. That's how they were built, over these last few years because the Texans were the division rivals and they had Deshaun Watson. Our team was built to beat the Texans, and now with Deshaun Watson not there, it's even that much easier,
70 to 45. That's a disgrace. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Well, look at the West game yesterday.
Pick up your jocks, you assholes.
Personal opinion.
Nobody in the NBA should be down by 25 points at halftime, bruh. Especially not in a playoff.
Who's got the 70?
Boston in Miami.
I'm pretty sure Darius Butler put money on Miami.
I did too.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Matt. It's only halfway through.
But I'm pretty sure Antoine Bethea put money on Boston.
And
So-
you're not winning the series
That's why.
either. And
Yeah, we
you're
will.
not winning the series either.
All day long. There's the call center right there.
Okay. That may be the Apple call center for all I know.
They have the inside track, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know.
You guys like Miami this year?
I think they're going to be a major disappointment.
Are we
Thank
talking
you.
football or basketball?
Yeah.
Football.
No, I do. I think they're going to be a major disappointment.
I do too.
They're going to be what Miami
Patriots,
is.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's right here. Yeah.
They're a
I
team.
think they'll be fighting with the Patriots for a playoff spot.
With the Jets.
So do I. No, I think the
For the
Jets
worst
are
in
going to
the-
be
for the
down there in
worst in the
basement by
division.
themselves.
For the worst in the division, they had Tua. Okay, until they get a better quarterback, they're gonna be fighting with the Jets for the worst in the division.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess we're gonna
I'm with
bet. We're
Lawrence.
gonna. I guess we're gonna be there to.
Matt, you do understand
I'm
they
not,
got upgrades
now,
their
I don't think they'll
offense.
go anywhere. If they somehow make the playoffs, they're a one and done team. But I think they're a team that can be. They've got a good defense. They've got a good defense. They've
Damn.
got good skill position players.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, can Tua stay healthy? That's the problem. And
Again, it all comes down to Tua.
It
He's
does.
been injured in every single season.
Well, it's only been
Okay.
2 seasons.
Okay, my point being,
Wait, he didn't play for Ohio State.
he played for Bama, and he was
Yeah.
hurt in Bama.
Mhm.
He was hurt in Bama.
Only
was hurt
because
in-
he
he
was
was
in the game one drive too late, and he got his hip driven into the ground like an asshole. Okay.
It doesn't matter,
yeah.
man. Okay,
The
I've
why-
seen
I was
a
gonna
lot
say
of people get their
the why
hips
he got
driven
injured
and the thing,
doesn't
they
really
don't get
matter.
Injured.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm saying what happened.
He's
I'm
injury
not saying
prone.
why he was in the game. Nobody knows the answer to that. Not even Nick Saban knows the answer to that.
That's good.
But I would also say it there and say
Because Nick Saban was still at that point still worrying too much about paying other high schoolers to come to his college.
If
No,
they picked
but,
if the Dolphins picked Herbert and not Tua, I would be saying a whole different thing. They would be fucking phenomenal right now. They picked the wrong quarterback.
Matt, I'm not talking shit about the Patriots, but wasn't Tua the quarterback for the 2 games that they swept you guys with? That wasn't
was.
Brissett, right?
He was.
That was Tua.
On a rookie quarterback.
That's okay. So
But-
what? He had nothing
I'm
around
just-
him.
Yeah,
Nothing
I'm
around him.
saying,
He had Devontae Parker, your new number 1, Matt.
We're
I don't even think
rebuilding a
Devontae
team.
Parker played in those games.
I still
think he
think
We're still rebuilding a team.
I think Tua is going to have a hard time getting the ball to the weapons. I think that he's going to be Tyreek Hill's going to get pissed off at him by week 3. You know what I mean? Because Tua's just not delivering the ball where he wants it when he wants it. I think Tua's arm strength is actually yeah, and then you throw in the lack of accuracy on the distant long balls, and it's like.
I think you're going to have to play a lot of yak yard plays with Tyreek. You can't just wait for him to go down. You can't play him, that type of wide receiver. You got to play him like, short crossers and drag and stuff like that. Get him in open space.
There's not going to be gunning the ball down the field the way Patrick Mahomes did it. No way.
I think there is, because Grosicki is going to have those short routes, and
will have a lot of the
also.
middle, and I think Parker will have the outside edge.
And then you got Waddle, like you said, you got Waddle. I mean, I feel like he's not going to be able to get what that offense needs out of their specialty players.
Parker's still with the Dolphins, right?
No, he's Patriots.
He's a Patriot.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that. So Till, Waddle.
Oh, that's right. I remember now. Yeah. Okay, I remember that.
And like I said, I know him and Waddle had history at Alabama and everything, but I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a whole different game. It's a lot more structured in the NFL. That's a problem.
I mean, you did see, having, what you get your former you get your quarterback, the former guy that he, was throwing to in college. That happened in Cincy, and look how that turned out.
Right, but that's the thing. That happened one time, and now everybody thinks it's going to happen every time.
Yeah, I know.
And Burrow, and I would say Burrow was much more talented than Tua is.
Well, hold on.
I don't know.
Matt.
I don't know that he was. If Tua doesn't get hurt, he's in contention for that number 1 pick.
No, what I'm saying right now, I'm saying if you give me Burrow or Tua, I'm saying I'll take Burrow almost every time, because I think
hindsight 2020.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying this year. I'm saying this year.
Oh.
Okay, this year. You take both quarterbacks this year where they're at. I think Burrow's a much better quarterback. And my point is if Burrow's a much better quarterback, he's going to get the ball to Jamar Chase a lot better positions, a lot better timing.
are you not basing that opinion sort of on what Burrow has done so far?
Well, yeah, I'm basing it on what Tua's done so far too, and that's
Well,
my
hold on.
point.
I want to push back. I mean, in 2012, the Indianapolis Colts, when they drafted Andrew Luck, they went and got Kobe Fleener for Luck.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was a pretty
Two Stanford
big deal.
guys.
Yeah, but there again, you're talking about a tight end versus a wide receiver, and you're also talking about Andrew Luck versus
That's right. They did.
Tua.
That's right. I remember that.
You're talking, I mean, that's where I'm saying I think Burrow's a better quarterback than Tua, and I think Burrow takes better advantage of the opportunities that Chase gives him than what I think Tua is going to take advantage of what Waddle gives him. Because, like I said, I feel like Waddle and Tua, they excelled in college because, like Goki was saying earlier, it was less structured. It was more of find a part of the field and get open type of thing. And in the NFL, you can't do that.
Everything's open down the middle of the field to the sides. There's no tackling in college football. Once a wide receiver gets in front of a dude, they end up in the end zone 70% of the time.
Yeah. Now, like I said, I think Miami, if they can get a different quarterback, the team that they have then will be much more dangerous. But I like I said, I'm not a fan, never was a fan of Tua.
So, what if mid-season Tua's not doing well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Two Gloves Bridgewater's coming in.
No. Mayfield.
Mm-mm.
I knew.
What if they
Mayfield.
trade for Mayfield?
I knew it.
That's scary. Say week 4 or 5, they're not playing well, and then
What's Mayfield's health like though? Is he? I mean, have we heard? Is that
surgery
shoulder?
was good? Apparently, everything's good. I mean,
So you think the Dolphins are going to use their number 1 draft pick on a quarterback?
I don't think they'll have to give a first-round pick for Mayfield.
What do you think? What do you think?
I think a second
third.
or fourth.
Third.
I don't think. No, I don't. At that point, no.
Really?
Yeah. By that point, it'll go up more because you'll start having teams realizing they don't have a quarterback that's doing well, like say the Browns or not the Browns. Say like the
Miami.
Again, Miami, the Bears. Because honestly, I don't.
I agree.
Think,
I agree.
I don't think he's going to do well.
I think he's going to be garbage.
Giants. What if Danny Dimes is does not do well? Seattle, right? There's a bunch of teams out there that by week 4, they might be like, we need to get a legit quarterback. Someone that could legitimately be a top 15 quarterback in the NFL. Mayfield can legitimately be a top 15 quarterback if healthy, So we'll see. I think they could get a second-round pick. I don't think they'll get a first, but I think they could probably possibly get a second-round pick.
I'll go with that. I'll go with that because it's going to be. They're going to overcharge for it, and they're going to.
What would that be at? That put them at 15 mil if week 4 it did about $1 million a game for Baker.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, if they take over that contract, because Cleveland's not going to want to eat any of that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's possible, but
still, it's all base salary. They don't have to because it's a 5th year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's fully guaranteed.
5th year. Yep.
That's right.
Fully guaranteed. And I turned off hockey, and I was like,
"It's all right." My wife listens to me the same way. It's fine.
It's kind of funny. Me and Matt found out we have the same birthday.
Yeah.
Only he got a cooler birthday present last year than I got.
Let me guess, you got a Jets jersey, Matt?
That would have been hilarious.
Oh, I got a Mac Jones jersey.
Oh.
It took it long enough to come in. Jeez. And I ordered it right when he became the starting quarterback.
Oh, I hope I can afford to order my jersey after Nelson signs that damn contract. I have to ask him for a loan.
You're not paying him, Bob. You know that, right?
What's that?
I said you're not the one paying his contract. Thursday is.
Yeah, I got to wear it before.
I've never bought a
October
jersey.
10th.
Oh, okay.
And my first jersey I was going to buy, I told my wife was Quentin Nelson jersey. She's
Right.
like, "You never wanted a Peyton Manning jersey?" I'm like, "No, he never played offensive line. Why would I? I look stupid wearing a number 18 on my big ass body. 56 will fill out real nicely."
Yeah.
I want a 99 jersey.
I want a Quentin jersey because his last name is my middle name. Plus, I like it.
Yeah.
I wanted a Jeff Saturday jersey a few years ago and never had a chance to get one.
Oh, I can paint 53 on a shirt for you if you want. Or
Right, Saturday.
63.
I might misspell it though because Saturday is one of those weird days. It's hard to,
What do I SAT?
Quentin Nelson's the first athlete I ever followed from high school on. You know, I mean, I've never really followed that closely before.
Well, I mean, he played for your favorite college team, so.
Yep, he did. But
I got a Notre Dame hat.
Terry Bradshaw and Joe Ferguson were my first ones that I followed from high school on because they both went to high school here in town. Both went to the same. They went to the same high school. And Terry went to Tech, where my brother was going. They graduated the same year. And Joe Ferguson, of course, went to Arkansas.
I never followed an NFL play. Well, no, there's a couple Marion guys that came out of Marion High School that went to the NFL, played offensive line. One of them went to Green Bay a few years ago.
Okay, get your ass back on defense. It's not like you just won the fucking championship, you fucking loser.
Do any of you guys have a favorite number, like a lucky number for a jersey? I know, Loyalist, you played, right? So
Yes, sir.
What was your number?
73. They got disgraced last year.
Why 73 do you like it so much?
What'd you say, Brandon?
Was it Fisher's number?
No. No. Worse.
He's 72, right?
It was
Davenport?
Davenport was 73. Yeah, Braden Smith is 72. Fisher was 79.
I was 32.
73.
I'm 32.
73 is your birth year, right? Loyalist?
71.
Oh, shit. Why 73? Why'd you
My
end up
number
with
was
73?
32.
No, 73 was just what they gave me in like 8th grade. And it just always stuck. Because I tried 77. That was the one I wanted to get. But didn't work out. And then it just never seemed to happen. Once I got it, that's just what everybody associated me to. So it's like, all right.
I was a safety. And I played, and I was 32. But then I was also the backup tight end. So it was kind of weird to have a 32 at tight end. But, and I played as many snaps at tight end as the starting tight end did. As a matter of fact, that's how I blew my knee out, was playing tight end in the state championship game. Caught a ball over the middle and got hit high and low on the same leg, opposite ends. Yeah. Outside of upper thigh and low around the ankle on the inside, and my leg just went at the knee.
Mine was identical, except it wasn't at the angle on the inside. It was right below the knee because I had two linebackers. I was snapping the ball. I had a wide base. One linebacker. They both fucked up. It was night before sectionals. We were doing walkthroughs, and they both come in and tripped over one another. And one hit me high and one hit me low. My leg just snapped. And all I got to deal with was all the pain, and then whenever I went to the hospital, I had to cut the game pants off of me. So the worst part was I had to pay for the damn pants after everything else.
You got hit high and low at the same time.
Yeah.
So
My kneecap ended up on my head.
So your offense got a first down out of that play, then, right? They didn't call the flag.
We were doing walkthroughs.
Walkthroughs.
Walkthroughs, yeah. And they literally had stumbled over one another the night before sectionals.
Fucking friendly fire.
That sucks, bro.
Yeah.
Matt, you said 31?
32.
And that's how
okay.
that's how you
I
played
was not football
Loyalist?
What's that?
That's how you last played football? Like that was your last snap?
No, that was my sophomore year, but I let the injury get inside my head too much. So by the time I got into college, I was too afraid, I guess you'd say, of trusting the leg and believing that it'll be there. And because I have a lot of times because all the surgery they did, whenever I go to step, my leg will hyperextend and lock out a lot. Lawrence seen it whenever we walk up and down the bleachers. I look like a weeble wobble just because I never know how that one leg's going to react from time to time. And I just big pussy in between the ears. That was my biggest problem. I just too big of a pussy.
I mean, not really. Like that's a traumatic injury though to live through.
Yeah, but you see what these guys do nowadays. It's like
I have a few decent people that played that wore my number for the Colts, so I'm happy.
Yes, you have. Edger.
I wore it because it's my uncle. It was my uncle's number.
James.
That was his football number.
What about the rest of you guys? Brandon and Jack and Goki. What numbers do you like? I'm gonna guess Jack is 12 because Bradshaw.
I like 13 myself.
Oh, damn!
Mine is 12 because of what?
Bradshaw.
Because Bradshaw.
Oh no, no. My number has nothing to do. My favorite number does not have anything to do with sports. So it's 26.
Oh, I was going to guess 69.
That's what I was like. That's right where I went to. I was like, damn it. Talk to us, Jack. Talk to us.
No. It was my favorite number is 26 because my father flew a B-26 in World War II.
Nice.
Awesome.
And lived 65 missions in Europe. So otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Neither was my other brother. He wouldn't be here either. But.
Goki, now we know why you don't do very well with the betting. If your lucky number is 13, that just explains also.
I like the number 13. I mean, 3. I like 3 more, but 13. I liked 13, but I couldn't have 3 or 13 being a safety, and that pissed me off. So
it's
I like how they're changing it so you can be different numbers in different places. I never liked that.
I hate it.
Be a certain area and a certain number in football. I never liked that.
Goki, why 13? Because of Marino?
No, sir, because that's the number I played with in wheelchair basketball.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
What's up, Brandon? What's your number, brother?
I had a couple growing up. My favorite one was 24 because of Kobe.
How
about 8, Brandon?
Well, I didn't watch him play when he was 8, so he's always been 24 to me. But I wore 6 a lot in playing basketball.
You wore what?
Number
we wore
6.
6 in basketball.
No, my favorite number when I was a kid was 3 because of Dale Earnhardt. And that's
mine was 3.
I watched that race
because it was my birthday.
See, I like 10 because it was my birthday, but my favorite number is
Brett Favre.
Yeah, same birthday as me and that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Brett's a year older than me, though.
Oh, that is a Favre jersey?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
See, now I just guessed.
Just guessed.
I seen 4, and that's all it went from there.
It's just faded.
Favre.
Yeah,
actually, in Japan, 4 is an unlucky number because the kanji is the same kanji for death, And
Eight's a lucky number, right?
I'd have to ask somebody. 9 is unlucky because that one's suffering. So if you got 94, that's a terrible number to have. Suffering and death is what it would say.
Taekwon Lewis agrees 100%.
Right.
The only guy who can make a play of the year and end up being a heartbreak of the year all at once.
all at the same time.
Does anyone follow their zodiacs?
No,
Yes.
I do
I
my
do a
Chinese
little bit.
one.
I do.
Yeah. I don't follow, but I know what mine is.
I know
You
about
know your
my
Chinese?
yes.
Everybody does? Well, I'd like to hear it.
I'm
What's yours,
I'm the tiger, but I'm the silver tiger.
Do you know your element?
I do.
I do.
Dog, water.
Do you know your planet?
Yes.
I used to. I'm Libra, and I don't know
Earth.
what planet. Earth. Okay.
Jack.
I'll tell you what.
That's what everybody around here calls it. It's my planet.
My element, my zodiac, my
You're Venus.
my Chinese zodiac, and the other one, and my planet are all almost identical in explanations of their thing. I'm Aries, fire, Mars, and dragon.
Wow. You don't act like a dragon.
76.
Huh.
76.
Mm-hmm.
That was the year he was born.
Mm-hmm.
That's the year he's born.
76. Oh my God.
That's
Jesus
what I'm
Christ. That was a year out of high school. Good
I'm
Lord.
74. I'm 74. Yeah. So
See, that's why. That's why I know we don't talk about. We don't talk about politics when I throw this out. I've already lived through the Carter years. My God.
do you know your moon sign and your rising sign?
It doesn't.
No,
It
I
just
don't
doesn't
know
seem fair to have this twice in the same lifetime.
Because my moon sign is Virgo and my rising sign is Aries.
I'm a diamond, fire, Mars, Aries, and dragon. And they're all like right there. It's weird. Like
Right.
what
Yeah.
they
The only one of those that I know, I'm Gemini.
My brother's Gemini.
I'm Cancer. That was at once I knew that I was done with everything else.
Cancer doesn't mean what you.
I know, but every time somebody's told me, like I dated this girl who was really into it. We went down to the Florida Keys, and about every 500 to 1,000 yards, there's a damn suit, whatever they call them, fortune tellers or whatever, tarot cards, and we hit every damn one of them. In like 3 days, we hit every damn one. It was like we'd sit there and we go, and she'd have them read their future and stuff, and then we go and get drunk and forget about it that night, and then we circle back through and do it again the next day.
So you never learned your rising sign and your moon sign?
Nope. 7/17/71. That's my birth date, and then I know I'm Cancer. After that,
your moon sign's easy. Your moon sign's easy. It's just where you were born.
Your animal sign. Your animal sign's the pig.
Yep. Fuck this. I'm done. I don't need to know anything else. Doc, you could have just typed it to me later, man.
At least you're not a rat.
You're the pig. You're
not
the pig.
a rat. All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm a rat. When I think about it.
What is it? 57?
57.
Yeah. Thought so. Hold on.
Seemed to me I read that on the Chinese menu one day, on the Chinese placemat.
I can tell you. Yeah, you're a cock. You're the rooster.
You're a rooster.
Okay. That beats the hell out of a rat, that's for sure.
Beats the hell out of a damn pig.
I've had a couple of roosters, but I never kept any pet rats.
Doc just motivated me to lose
Roosters
the
are mean
second $100.
motherfuckers, so that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I think
Ooh, the one I had, but one of the ones I had was,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Very
I
territorial and aggressive.
yeah, see, the pig zodiac is actually a good one.
Yeah, it is. That's why I said
You're
dude,
kind and wealth and luck.
Well, I got one of them. Well, I guess bad luck's luck, though, right?
there you go.
Wealth
I'm
and
2 out of 3.
Well, if mine had wealth in it, I knew it was a liar.
It doesn't have to be material. It could be with family.
Tell my wife that.
Whatever it is you
Tell my
value.
wife that. I can't buy her shit with kindness.
Tell mine.
The only thing I can say is I got a wealth of experience. I did a lot of different shit during my life.
Me too.
Yeah. One of those guys.
Well, I don't have any wealth now.
No, one of those guys.
I lived life to like I enjoyed life and did what I wanted to do whenever I wanted to do it, and because of that I wasn't planning for the future. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm not, well off. But I can't look at my past and go, okay, I made a couple bad decisions, but I am who I am because of it. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. It's like when they asked me what college I went to, I said the University of Life.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one, Jeff.
Yep.
The most important.
Yeah. Had a lot of different experiences, and had a lot of good times, a lot of fun, and a lot of heartache, and lots of everything.
Yep.
That's life.
Yep.
That's life.
What's your temperature there, Doc?
Oh, I'm not sure. It's pretty warm out today.
It is, isn't it?
24 Celsius, whatever that is in degrees.
What's 24 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit?
75.2.
Yeah.
Oh, so
It feels warmer now.
That's comfortable.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Room temperature, man.
Pretty sure that's what it is here right now.
Probably. I'll tell you right now what my temperature is right now. Let's see here. It is
I'm 81.
71.
Yeah. I'm 71 also.
I'm 80 some odd.
I'm 81, feels like 86.
It's probably about the same here, man.
Huh? Yeah.
What did you guys say it was? It's about the same here, 71?
71.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In Indiana, it's 71.
We're down here in the swamp. It's 81, feels like 86.
Yep. 71 at 10:24 in the evening. Worst part about here in Indy right now is just the humidity is just stupid high.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree, man. Boy, do I agree with that.
In Tokyo, it's terrible.
You get that high humidity for what, a day?
Yeah. Dude, I got a fan on me right now.
I'm in the house with the air conditioner on. So.
I know. I like to smoke though. I don't smoke in the house.
Humidity's not bad right now. It was bad earlier. It was like 94% earlier.
Mm-hmm. Throw me some dew point, and then we'll talk.
The dew point right now, the dew point's at 62.
Mine's probably in the 70s.
I know for me, it's hard to get any air. God, you guys can't see that. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses just out of this window that I can see that I could throw a softball at, and I could hit each one. In fact, there's 4 of them that I could hit with a paper airplane. Out of this, there's 2, and then in the front, there's even more.
Well,
So
out here where I live, if you could hit anybody's house from my house, the Japanese league's going to look to sign you professionally, because the closest neighbor I've got is probably about a quarter mile.
Oh, I could hit a whole crap load of houses with a softball from where I'm at.
Me too.
You know, I'm in a subdivision, so I could bounce them off the guys in the backyard. I got 4 across the room, 2
Ding,
on either
ding,
side.
ding, 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 ding.
If I lob it, I can throw it over the guy on the next door and onto his house.
Oh, actually, that's wrong. I forgot. It's about 400 yards. I forgot.
See, and where you're at, Matt, Doc, I got to go up. There's no room to go out.
This is true, yeah.
You run out of land real quick.
Yeah. I don't even have a yard here. That was one of the things that shocked me. There's literally no yard. It's a house.
Trust me. It's overrated.
With
You want
the
mine?
sidewalk.
I'll send you mine.
Yeah. I'll send you mine.
I don't
all
have to
day
go out
long.
and cut that son of a bitch every week.
Yes,
Exactly.
sir.
I'll gladly give it to you.
Yeah.
Chuck could give you all of his yard, and you never have to worry about being close to somebody else again.
Yes, sir. Right now, I see people driving by with trailers, and they got 2 riding mowers, and I'm waving one of them down. Come on over here, bitch! I'm tired of push mowing this
But
shit.
if you're Chuck, you also can't get the internet because you basically live by yourself, right? Chuck,
Well,
Well, he's got fiber optics coming in like what, next month?
yeah, but you're probably the initiator of that, brother.
Yeah.
Like you're
doing
the
it just for
one
him.
dude they're doing it.
I totally wish I could get that.
No, that's been my biggest problem, but they're finally coming down. Found out they were doing a 56 square mile is their first phase of the outlet of all this internet and stuff. And the thing that's pissing me off is their prices are cheaper than what a lot of the cable internet that the people in town are using. So all them guys are getting it too. And I'm like, don't you dare slow down my speed, damn it. I've waited for 5 years for this.
It's different. It's not like cable. It's a one line. There's no back and forth. It's a constant line. And it's not like AC where it dampers, it has to go back and forth. So it's a whole single line of energy. And even if there's a bunch of people on it, it stays that line of energy. It's not fiber optics, totally different, and it's fast as light.
Some more insider stuff for being patrons. I'm gonna let you guys know what it was like recording stuff between me and Loyalist 6 months ago. So what do you think about the team this year?
This was my whole system right here. That was everything. That was the sound, the audio, and it was all of it.
We didn't even have cans, dude. We was using Mike's tumbler cups.
Well, it's like right now. Right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 paper boxes and a shoe box, and then I've got like this little spacer and everything. And it's just I got another box over here holding everything else. It's not a professional setup. Let's say that for sure.
It's all that matters is what people see and hear. Like I said, I've said this a million times, man. If you knew what my room looked like, you'd be like, "What the fuck?" You know?
You work your way up, man. You'll get a little desk, and then all of a sudden you'll get a microphone, and then all of a sudden one day you'll be like him, and you'll get those things from Walmart, little green screen things to pop on there.
Well, see, what's going to happen is Lawrence is going to get a desk, and I'm going to get a microphone, and then he's going to tell me how he likes his desk, and then I'm going to go get me one.
Well,
Dude,
if I ever set up my other camera, you'll have my camera. If I get a microphone, I'll give you this. This is a decent mic.
Yeah.
No,
I bought him one of those motorized desks and stuff. So
it's
that
been sitting there. I shit you not for 3 months. I ain't put it together yet.
And I was like, "Hey, we'll get it delivered to you first," since he was more in need of it because I've got a plethora of boxes. And he's like, "All right, best, you got to tell me how it works, and then if it works all right, then I'll get it because I just don't want to have to I don't like sitting all the time. It's like today. You know, today we did the live stream. Before the live stream, I was doing the recording, well, attempting the recording, and then now doing the Patreon. And it's like, if I can't stand up a little while or something, that's where I wanted to get that motorized desk so you guys don't see my belly whenever I stand up every time.
I will get that desk put together as soon as I can. I'm just lazy motherfucker, and I just look at my room and go, God, that's going to be awful. And there ain't much room to put it together. You know, I'd have to bring it upstairs first and assemble it up here. I couldn't do it down because I don't have the space to carry it up. You know what I'm saying? Because I got literally my staircase is 2.5 feet wide. Okay. And it's an L going up.
Oh, God.
Right.
How old's your house?
Huh?
How old is your house? 2.5 feet wide.
How old is it?
Yeah, I mean, what year was it built?
It was built in 1930s.
Oh, you got an older house than me. Yeah, I'm like 50 something, and I know what you're talking about, man.
Oh, the house I lived in before this was built in the 1800s.
Yeah, my friend's house he moved out of was 24
then,
or something
obviously,
like
but you know.
Yeah.
But
I like old houses. I'm sorry, I like old houses. They stand to last, man.
Well, in America, yes, because they use native lumber back then. You know, and that is so much better than the shit you got today.
You're putting plywood up, man.
See, Doc's got it made. His houses are all made out of freaking bamboo. That shit lasts for 10,000 years.
It sways. I mean, but it bends, but
Doc's like represent.
It's good for earthquake.
Yeah. But hey, guys, I gotta go. I just caught the time, and I have to start fixing
It's
lunch.
all good. I need to go too, man. It's been 2
I
hours. This was fun, guys. You know, got to talk a lot of shit and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad you were able to
Great
make it. Glad we
conversation.
was able to do this with you, Mike, Doc, and talk to you, Goki and Matt and Jack and Brandon and Chuck. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Chuck.
All right,
have a good one, guys.
Have a good one.
You too. See you guys.